Gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right.
Welcome everyone to our virtual open day. One of the ways we try and actually help you understand our school is a schematic that has as its foundation the Christian foundation for positive, flourishing learners serving all. Hopefully you'll get a sense for that as you hear more about the school and view it today. That schematic has a roof that has wellbeing as a critical aspect of school life. We believe it actually is the environment that helps create the space that helps learners flourish. From this, we see young people really developing, fully understanding themselves the best way that they possibly can as they move along this educational journey. We have Grammar Minds. Grammar Minds is about the learning. We use a framework called Learning Powered Framework. In this, that engages students in knowing the key aspects to be a learner. We call them dispositions, and those dispositions enable each child to grow their capacity to independently learn.
Really understanding what it is they enjoy and tailoring our timetable every year to those choices. Our timetable's not the same every year. We listen to what the students want and build it around that. Our current Year 12s are doing 22 different subjects. Our Year 11s are doing about the same.
One of the really good things about this school is every teacher takes a personal approach to each student's learning. So because each student's different, has different interests and learns things different ways, your teachers will really spend a lot of time to get to know you and to work out what interests you more and what works for you best, and then they use those different approaches to your learning. And like, even though you're in a big class, your teachers will be able to shoot different things at different students, what works best for them to get the best out of each student for their learning. Also, the school is really supportive of extracurricular activities and also external activities. So like myself, I've missed quite a lot of school through secondary with horse riding, and all of my teachers and principal and everyone, they've been really supportive of me, like when I miss some.
Fun, like you get to use your interests to incorporate that in your assessments. Like we did a This Is Me assessment with Mrs. Brayshaw's class in PDH, and it was much easier because I got to talk about how I love riding horses, and Brady got to talk about her cellos and her cello playing and rolling.
It also makes you think a little more about the topic that's being taught to you. So with the This Is Me, it's actually making you realise more about yourself than you would actually think, because she made you think about things that you wouldn't usually think about.
We take our students on a huge number of excursions to places that they wouldn't normally go. So if the English class is studying a particular play and that play is being performed in Sydney, we will put them on a bus in the morning, take them down to see it, because that's an experience that enhances what they're doing in the classroom so much. The same with our music students. Our elective 9, 10, 11, 12 music students all get a subscription to music at the Opera House, and they go down there regularly, catch the train down, come back in the afternoon, and that's something that you can't trade.
We have Grammar Cares. Grammar Cares is a framework for our pastoral care, a path to support the growth of the wellbeing of young people. We explicitly teach those skills so that they can grow in that space.
There'll be in homerooms with a variety of different students from different year groups, which gives them an opportunity to learn and be mentored by our older students as well.
And I find like some of my best friends are also in other year groups. You're not just restricted to yourself. Like you don't have to play with your people in your age group. You can play with people who are older and suit your maturity.
The fact that their tutor teachers and teachers will really work hard to get to know their strengths and their interests, and they are really determined to support them in using and growing those strengths as they try these new things and sink their teeth into specialised subjects, new areas. Their tutor teachers are going to help them set learning and life goals, and we'll be encouraging them to step out of that comfort zone. So
it's really good at Scone Grammar School, where we can have the pastoral care classes where once a week on a Tuesday afternoon we come together, all different year groups, and it's good to, like, we just do activities that focus on our personal growth and well-being, and it's just good to have that social interaction, especially with other students from different year groups.
We offer our students a wide range of camp experiences. Every grade from year 7 through to year 11 does a camp every year, and they're all different. So year 7 head south of Sydney for rock climbing and sailing and fun things like that. Year 10 do a Sydney experience, connecting with each other in a way that they hadn't connected with each other. That social connection through all our camps is really important. We find the activities on the camps are great, but the downtime where they just get to talk to each other and understand each other better is really important as well.
We have Grammar Plus. Grammar Plus is about the extracurricular opportunities, and these are extensive, broad, and we encourage students to try lots of things to grow again in their understanding of who they are, so they can develop those skills and be confident about who they are.
If you have something that you're interested in or the school doesn't technically supply for, they let you do that. Like, they'll go out of their way to bring that in. Like, I competed at this inter-school horse sports extravaganza last year, and I do an event called cutting, and it's usually not affiliated through schools, but the school let me actually show for them, and I actually ended up doing really well, and it was quite good because they were so supportive of me. I come back and they're all new, and they've gone out of their way to make sure that they know, like, what.
Last year I got the opportunity to go trial for the CIS touch team with a few other girls, and I ended up making it in the team with Dempsey, so we got to go down to Mudgee for a week and play at PWSA. It was a huge experience and I had so much fun. I started playing touch in like year 4 just at lunchtime. You can also find like new hobbies or something you really like to do. Like you can find new sports. I know some of the girls in our year have started playing football with us, which is great because it's always good to have more people.
We had like a trial cricket day, and I was a bit interested in cricket, but just doing that made me realise how much fun it was.
A program that is run by Mr. Croucher, the head of Pediatric PE at school, and he brings in people to complete theory work such as nutrition, like correction with your movements, well-being and things like that, as well as doing CrossFit in the gym as well. So that's been really good for me to build on my skills and fitness for my refereeing that I do.
So I trialled for the HRIS netball team and I got in, but prior to that I didn't actually know how to play netball at all. I didn't know any of the rules, and I actually started here in year 4 with Mrs. Betts, who was my teacher, and now I find that I really love it.
Is our Grammar Grind Cafe, which runs as part of our hospitality course, but instead of going off campus to do their mandatory work placement hours, they can do some of them here on campus, their idea. The money they make from that, they then feed back into the school community to buy maths resources, reading resources, food for families that are struggling, putting money back into the community where they see a need for it.
We just actually started playing guitar this year, and it was really fun, and we actually just put together an ensemble piece, me, Brady and a couple of our other friends, and performed it to the class. And it's really good. It's amazing how much, like, learning to read those music, it actually incorporates so much other in our lives, and it makes it a lot easier like in the coming years too, because we can just pick up and read the music easily.
And there's also a lot of variety too, so like you could play any instrument and they would find, and you could get music lessons. And there's a lot of opportunities too with music. Like, I think it was last year I went to the Opera House to play cello, which was an amazing experience. And I wouldn't have found it if I didn't start playing in year 3 with Scone Grammar School.
And then we have Grammar Leads. Grammar Leads is about engaging all young people, staff, school council, executive, everybody in the school community in growing their leadership.
Great privileges of spending time with our secondary students is seeing the way in which they're lit up and noticeable signs of growth as they engage in some of the leadership opportunities that they're afforded.
Create a lot of pathways to help students develop into better people. For example, the leadership pathways they put out for students, so there's a couple of different ones. Some, like students during secondary, you attend the Burn Bright Leadership Days, which are unreal. They're very good. They teach you a lot and help you grow as a person, as a leader. And I was lucky enough to travel with Where There's a Will to Adelaide for the National Student Leadership Summit this year with 3 other students in my year, and that was definitely a great experience. And the school working with Where There's a Will to be able to send us on that experience has been tremendous. And the pathways that the school can give you and the options the school give you to grow as people and as leaders is really good.
Opportunities to engage in various youth councils and student representative councils, the way in which they can lead within their secondary tutor groups or provide a mentoring experience for a younger student in our primary school, serving on our mission trips to Vanuatu. All of those experiences work together to build a stronger young person.
What's special about Scone Grammar School is the opportunities our students are given when they ask for something. So if you walk through our gate in the morning, you'll see our senior leaders, our primary leaders and our secondary leaders standing at the gate saying, "Good morning, how are you?" Making sure everyone starts their day with a smile, and that was something that students came to us with as what they wanted to do to make the school experience better. So they've been given free rein to do that.
All of these things in our schematic, the wellbeing roof, the pillars that hold it up, and the Christian foundation, we hope will engage each and every young person in growing to know who they are. I like the phrase, being comfortable in their own skin. I hope you see this and experience it on our virtual open day. Thanks very much.